Hello.
Got freedom? Compliments of the veterans. That is the title of our Independence Day episode tonight. And we are very fortunate to have with us three veteran heroes of World War II who sacrificed their lives and family so we can have the independence we are enjoying today. And what better way to celebrate the Philippine Independence Day than to honor the heroes by giving tribute to them and acknowledging their hardship, their experiences, their lives. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here at Sky 12 and 61. This is your Atices Apostol, your host for tonight. Welcome to Closer to Home. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present to you tonight, on the eve of the Philippine Independence Day, today, June 12, 2013, our World War II veteran heroes. Our first guest was a second lieutenant of an infantry battalion born on April 19, 1924, married to Petra Pekwa, a nurse, and they were blessed with two children, a boy and a girl. Please welcome our veteran hero, Mr. Matthew Sukdad. Good evening, sir. Yeah. Please greet our televiewers.
Hello there, audience. I'm invited here to speak before you to tell about my life, maybe before the war. I started as a school child. I was only 17 when the war broke out.
Okay, sir. We're going to discuss that later. We'll introduce the other girls first. Okay. So, that's Sir Matthew Sukdad.
Thank you.
Okay. And then, we have our second guest. He was a private first class born on March 25, 1925. So, hulaan niyo po, magkwenta na kayo kung ilan ang mga edad nila. Married to Tasing Bugnay in February 16, 1954. They have a small family, only 9 children. 5 boys and 4 girls. Our second hero is Mr. Esteban Esco. Good evening, sir. Would you like to greet our televiewers? You have your mic already. You just speak.
When I was before
Greet them first. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
pardon.
You greet our televiewers.
Well, yes. I I was caught by the Japanese during the court.
Okay, we'll tell them the story later on. Okay.
Anti kunada. Ibagam ti kwa mga halo na na dawat da nga umayak makisalita adak diti mga representati bagi mi na Bibiano.
Hi.
Good evening kada kayo amin sabay ko
Okay, this is your camera.
To Ilocano.
Yes,
the
yes,
war.
sir.
Ante ugdam until before the war.
Datangaw ga kami. Kami bagati. Nakaramid me the gubat. When I was inducted, I joined the guerrilla.
Okay, it's okay. Then let's just go to we're going to talk about your experiences later on. So let's introduce our third guest. She was a volunteer nurse and a first aider during the war, and she was last assigned to the 1st District Hospital of the USA 5th NL. Born on December 3, 1926, she is married to Private First Class Maximo Tecne. Likewise, they also have a small family, 5 boys and 4 girls also. And ladies and gentlemen, our third hero, Miss Maria Tecne.
All right. During the war,
You just greet them. Give-
just greet him.
no. Before the war, I was in a
Just greet
student.
them.
Greetings, just a greetings
Just a greeting first.
Later, your
evening.
experience during the war will be later.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Just say good evening to our televiewers.
I thank you for being here, which I have never seen in my life. And I thank you that I have having a nice experience with the Sky Cable.
Okay. Thank you very much. And of course, finally, the last but not the least, we have our hero. Our heroes are accompanied by another hero in her own right. She is the head of the field team of the Cordillera Administrative Region, Office of the Philippine Veterans Affairs Office, Miss Cherilyn Sablin. Would you like to greet our televiewers, ma'am?
Yes.
Use the mic. Your camera.
Okay.
Let's greet them.
Yes. Good evening to one and all, and happy Independence Day.
Okay, thank you very much. So, let's start the ball rolling. Kanina po pa po sila excited magkwento ng istorya nila. So, we'll give them the chance now to tell their story. So, our question is, what was your life before the war? What was your life before the war? What happened with your family background and everything? Maybe we'll ask Sir Esteban. What is your nickname, sir? Can we call you Sir Steve?
Juan mi eskwelaha.
What's your nickname?
Oh, nice name.
Nickname, yes.
Aban.
Ban.
Eban, okay.
So,
Aban?
Aban.
Eban, okay. Sir Eban. So now you can tell us your story. What's your life before the war?
My life before the war is,
Eskwelaha, kuan mo.
I have half, my mother, I have half orphan
Mm-hmm.
at the age of 3 years old. And when I was able to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Before, if they will do that to your ears, you cannot go to school. But I went to school before, they do, you cannot reach your ears.
Ah,
The policeman
yes, yes.
come to the house, from house to house. If you can reach your ears, you can go to school. So I was late. I was 16 years old when I began schooling.
60 years old, because you cannot
60.
reach your ears yet. You need to reach your ears before you can go to school.
Yeah, it's over. When I used to help my aunties, the mother of cousin Mary. Then I transferred to, if I work there for 1 month, the next month I'll go to my another auntie. That's how I grew up
Ah.
when I was able to.
How many are you in the family? How many siblings?
Pardon.
How many are you in the family? Brothers and sisters?
We're 5.
You're 5.
We're 2 boys and 3 girls.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay.
But according to my father, for those first 7, all died when they were young. But we who were born last are the one.
So you were
Living.
12. The first 7 died?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's my sister. That's my father said.
Ah, okay. And your mother died when you were 3 years old.
When I was 3 years old.
So you're second to the last. Because you have another sister,
No.
younger. You're the last one?
Ano,
Uh-huh.
that's, he married when I joined the army.
Okay,
Gloria.
okay. How about
But they have no children.
okay. How about Sir Matthew? What was your life before the war?
When the war broke out, 1941.
Sir, you use your mic, please. Okay.
I was in the second year.
Before the war. So you
Before
were
the war, I had been a camp boy at teacher's camp.
Mhm.
I had to shine shoes, carry baggages for teachers coming in.
Uh-huh.
And then later on, I got tired working as a camp boy. I turned to be hired with the poultry raiser.
Uh-huh.
And then that was my second year. Then that's the time the war broke out. So that was my life before the war.
How about your parents?
My
Were they
pare-
working then?
My parents were both working in the farm.
Mhm.
My
Here in Baguio. Here in
Uh,
Baguio.
yes, here in
Yes.
Baguio. As a matter of fact, that Harrison Road is part of my mother's property.
Oh.
That's where they had their kamuti plantation.
That's a kamote plantation then. And that was in what year?
Maybe that was early in 1900s because
Oh.
by then, when they were raising pigs, they were shooting them just like any other to move out. So they left Baguio. So I find myself being born in Picola, Trinidad.
So from Baguio, they went to Picola, Trinidad. Okay.
That's about 15 minutes ride to the north.
Yes. And how many siblings are there?
We
Were there?
were supposed to be 8.
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to be 5 boys, but my first elder brother, and then came next 2 sisters, and then 3 boys after me, before me, who died at maybe 10, 12, and 14.
Okay.
So I did not see them.
Ah.
So I was the 7th kid, and then after me was a sister. And
Okay.
that's all.
So how many are alive today?
So far, I'm the only one winking my eye
Oh,
today.
I see.
Everybody's gone.
Oh, okay. And you are how young now, sir?
Oh, I'm almost, maybe you can see 9, because, but you are 0 after it.
So that's you're
Almost 90.
almost 90, 89 years old to be
89.
exact. Yes. Wow, abutin sana natin yun. Okay, now let's hear from from Ma'am Maria. So what was your life before the war? Yes.
Before the war, I was in grade 7, 1940.
Uh-huh.
Then our teacher in social studies inculcated to us patriotism. She even let us memorize that number 2, Executive 217 of the Code of Citizenship by President Manuel Quezon, which says, "Love your country, for it's the only home of your people, the seat of your affection, and the source of your happiness and well-being. Its defense is your primary duty. It's your duty to sacrifice or die if necessary. That was
Wow,
taught
yes.
by our teacher in grade 7. So that in our life, we always think of helping our country. So before the outbreak of the war, I was first year in Trinidad Agricultural High School. Then when the war broke out, I felt the impact of the when the war broke out. So during those times when we all dispersed from the school, we were trying to find how we can help defend our country. But we cannot do so because the Japanese were so fearful.
Yeah.
They were so cruel. That's why.
Okay.
So, for my life, I had been with my parents during the war because we are only two in the children of the family. I was my mother had several children, but we are only two who are left.
Uh-huh. The others died.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I am the younger one. My brother is the older one.
Your brother, was he also a soldier?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So, you have, but you have 9 children.
I have 9 children.
Okay, so that evens out everything.
They're all living.
They're all leaving. Okay, that's very nice. Okay, so you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. You heard the stories of our veterans before the war. Exciting yung mga life nila. But I know that you're waiting for their experiences during the war. And that's what we're going to talk about when we come back. But before that, I'd like to remind or request everybody, if you have any questions or you want to give suggestions or comments, or you want to ask our veteran heroes here, you'll see the numbers below your TV screen. Please do text us. And then when we come back, we're going to discuss about their experiences during the war. It's very exciting, so please don't go away. We'll be back.
Closer to home.
Closer to home.
Oops, closer to home. Closer to home.
Closer to home. Closer to home.
Closer to home. Closer to home.
Closer to home. Please keep in mind that love and peace will reign when you're closer to home.
Think of home.
televiewers, we're still here at Closer to Home Live Sky 12 and 61. And we are still with our veteran heroes guest tonight. And we're going to talk about their experiences during the war. Okay, so let's start with Sir Steve. Okay, Sir Steve, was it really Evan? Evan, yes, Sir Evan. Was it really your ambition to be a soldier? How did you become a soldier? Is it your ambition to be a soldier?
Kahit mo nga ag soldado.
No. Because when,
The mic, please. Okay. So how?
I was fourth grade in the training department when the Japanese plane came to bomb the Janhi on December 8, 1941. So therefore, we were in the, that was 10 o'clock in the morning. Then we have a recess. We're jumping in, laughing at the plane. But we do not know that that plane was a Japanese plane. So when we went inside the room, in our room, our teacher said, "All right, you go home. There's the war." So I went home and told my father, "We'll evacuate to the mountains because they'll bomb the Japanese will bomb our place
House.
here." So we went away.
So the whole family, your whole family went
Yes.
away. Yes.
We all evacuated in where I am now, in Ampasit. Because there's water, we planted kamuti there, we have our food.
So since the time of war until now, you are in that place. Oh,
Then
so that's for
Yeah,
more than
yeah,
80 years you're staying in that place.
from that time,
Oh.
in 1942, the Japanese arrived in Trinidad. They are capturing the young boys.
Uh-huh.
They are soldiers while they are not soldiers. They killed them.
Oh.
They maltreated them. My brother, they went to visit in the house. I followed. They tied the stump at the back, and then they placed him on the bank, somewhat, what do you call it?
Bin,
Bangko.
bangko.
Bank,
Bin.
little,
A stool, a chair.
and then when
Yes.
they push him,
Uh-huh.
they butt this, when they swing him, because they had tie him in the...
So what did you do then?
One, his hands now on the back, even his head. I ran away and told my father, my Manong is killed by the Japanese. But in the afternoon, he came because when they asked him, Philippine Hitay, no, I'm schooling. That's how they release him in the afternoon.
So you said that he's a student. Uh-huh.
No. Then well, I think 1942, after 3 weeks of that time, the older brother of my cousins, Chogi Ganasi, came to call for them to join the guerrilla. When I said, I will follow, he said, no, you stay. You help our father. You're still young. But when my father asked me to visit my grandmother in Wangal. I did not know that there are Japanese there. So then, when my cousin said, well, go and watch the Japanese, they shoot the pig there in the river. We were just watching. When I look back, there's a Japanese pointing a unit on our back, about 5 meters away.
Uh-huh.
So I said, my cousin, oh, you see, there's no Japanese. You see your back. You see our back. So therefore, they called for us to carry that
Pig.
pig.
The
Meat
pig
of the
that-
pig.
Uh-huh.
And my cousin carry also the kamotes and squash, cassava, where they have been collecting in the kaingin.
Okay. So when did you become a soldier?
Yeah.
When did you become a
That's
soldier?
how.
That's how.
I escaped.
You escaped.
Yeah,
And
when
then?
we were in Buyagan, this is they changed my cousin to. So he went home. The captain said to me, you go garrison, I'll give you sardine, very good to eat. I think of that, that's not, they will maltreat me also. So when we were in the town, I saw a fellow whom I sick mate during school days.
Okay.
I called for him, well kindly. Relieve me, you follow the Japanese. When he took that, I turned around and escaped. And I went home to my house, evacuating place. Then I told him, my father, it's better for me to join the guerrilla rather than to be killed only
Yeah.
by the Japanese. So I
Yes.
escaped. I went. I met Lieutenant God Alfredo Takain Banangbang. And therefore I said, you can go, you and join the army. Yes, you give me a note. So that's how I
Okay. So they give you a
joined
note
the-
and you joined the army. Okay. That's a
guerrilla.
very, it's a
Well,
very.
trained for 1 week.
So you're not intending to be a soldier, but
Yeah.
because of what you saw, you decided that
I've
you
seen
you
the-
want to defend the country rather than be killed without any sense at
I
all.
never thought of that will receive something.
Yeah.
I said I'll also protect my country.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
my aim only.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's a very interesting story. About Sir Matthew, do you really intend to be a soldier before the war?
I don't think was thinking of the same thing, but there was no job to be done, so I decided to join the UPROTC group under Lieutenant Francisco Paran, who became the chief of police of Baguio later on.
Is it
Oh.
Huh?
Then we went to Fort Bonifacio. Then we had been bombarded for every morning, almost from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Then at one time we were supposed to go to eat at 11 o'clock, Regimental Mess Hall A. The bomb fell just right in the middle of that
dining hall?
dining hall. 2 second lieutenants were killed, 3 enlisted men. I was behind the ladder or the stone steps, so I was free. From the time on, I decided I'd better go home too because we were not armed. There was no more place to hide because we had there for almost 3 weeks. And then when I came home later, I found the means of going home. I saw, or rather read in the handbook, that I was a deserter. So I decided to join the guerrilla force. That's how I was compelled to, because I already enlisted with the UPROTC group in Baguio.
Oh, because you joined them, so you're like a reservist
Yes.
that needs to be activated during that.
Because I was afraid I was going to be shot anyway, so
You're going to be shot anyways. You're rather arm yourself.
Oh yeah, rather.
That's
That's right.
So it's also a means of survival.
Yeah, survival.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank-
How about
You're welcome.
yes, Ma'am Maria is not really a soldier but a nurse.